Hey, loves.
Welcome back to Sierra and Ryan.
Talk the talk. Sierra and Ryan is all about putting book talkers at the center of the story.
And we're here to find out everybody's main character moments. We're going to start with these two, though. My name is Ryan at Rye_Brary on TikTok. And my unbelievable co-host.
I am Sierra, also at cc.b.reading on TikTok as well. Ryan and I are both book talkers who love being a part of this amazing community. And the reason that we're making this podcast is to get to know other book talkers as well who create some amazing content and are just as phenomenal as we know they are.
Absolutely. It's a big family, and each week we'll bring in one of those book talk celebrities. We're going to take a deep dive into their personal lives as much as we can, kind of get behind that little dust jacket. Mm-hmm. In the center of the show, we've asked everyone to bring us something from their shelves, either a book recommendation or an item that tells us a little bit more about them. And then we're closing out with a lightning round, a little quick wit, and we're hopefully going to get some off-the-cuff fun responses. We've already gotten some good ones so far.
We really have.
Yeah, and today I'm ready for our guest. We have the incredible at Sidney Lynn Ray, who is going to be patching in from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ew.
Love it.
That's so exciting.
Today
so you
is exciting
put me on
for
to
me.
her.
Yes.
Yeah, so I need you to give me like all of the tea. I followed her. I've been going through her page a little bit. First of all, serving looks for days. She's super
Serving looks,
gorgeous.
stunting pretty.
Yep. Another pretty girl on the show. It just keeps happening back to back to back.
Sidney came across my For You page and is a super diverse reader, reads a lot of different genres, and not only has that, but talked a lot about her Native American heritage. She talks a lot. It does all of her outfit looks. Looks of the day. We are both in animal print in honor of our guest. I have never been someone who sits and watches those OOTD outfit of the day posts. I sit and watch Sidney get ready. I feel like I know her, and I feel like she's just one of those captivating personalities that makes you instantly feel like you're her friend. Mm-hmm. You have a very similar vibe where it's just something you automatically feel like I'm welcome at the party. I'm welcome in. I am really, really excited. I am a big commenter back and forth of Sidney's. We've had a lot of very great communicator in her comment section. I've sent a couple DMs just talking about things that we share that we like. So today will be fun. And you're a recent fan.
Yes, I am. I'm excited. I'm excited to meet her. I was going through her page, and she's talked about a couple of thrillers and other books that we've both read. So I really cannot wait to get into like what it is that she's like really into, because it seems like we kind of have like a similar palette in terms of like what we read. So I'm so excited to get to know her, get to see her in action, that pretty face with that look. I hope she has a harness on.
Beautiful
today.
Mind.
Yes. Yes. Well, friend, what do you say? Do you think it's time we have a talk?
I think it's time we talk the talk. Welcome back. We are ready for an incredible talk with Sidney at Sidney Lynn Ray on TikTok. Welcome, friend.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
I'm excited to have
Patching
you
in
here.
from Vegas, yes?
Yes, patching in from Vegas, where it's a beautiful, sunny 75 degrees out right now.
I am jealous.
Same.
It's a good
Same.
35.
Benefits of living in the desert.
Oh my God.
This is
Are you
true.
originally from Vegas?
I'm not. I've lived here since I was 18, but I grew up in Lake Havasu, Arizona, so even hotter than Vegas.
Oh my God.
But it's nice. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away, so only a couple-hour car drive. Most my family's all down there, and it's my Indian reservation, so I still get to go home and visit.
Very nice.
So cool. I was talking to Sierra before you came on that's some of my favorite stuff that you post is about your heritage. I find it so interesting and beautiful. You have amassed pretty quick, friend. Last I checked, 56.2 thousand followers on TikTok. And what's crazy is when we booked your interview, which was not too long ago, a couple weeks, it was at 46. So in the time from booking this to us recording, There's an extra 10,000. Where did they come from? How did it start?
I think the biggest thing, I know a lot of this topic has been around this on BookTok, is people feeling pinholed into only being able to talk about books or a certain genre if they feel like they want to grow in any area. And I've kind of stopped holding myself to that. I think we're all, like, as much as we are readers first and foremost, we're all so much more than that. And I started doing outfit videos when I was working from home. I was doing what I eat in a day as a vegan. And then even just like kind of letting people in a little bit more into like who I am in my life, as opposed to just like book recommendations and jokes about books. So I think that's where like the audiences come from. And I think we reach more people that way. I've had so many people be like, I didn't even read, but like I picked up a book because of you and now this is really cool.
That's awesome.
So I think that's kind of where I've been getting more of an audience from, is doing stuff just outside of books.
That's really smart, because I was thinking about that, and I was wondering when I was looking through your page, I'm like, oh, that's so brilliant that she's able to have a platform where she can do all of her things and kind of like be your true and honest self. And, you know, like, yeah, I wear these really cool looks, and then I also read some books.
Yeah.
So where's your... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, it was hard at first because a lot of those videos got way less views than my book ones. But I was kind of feeling... I was like, I do this because I enjoy it, and I'm not doing it because of that. So after, it definitely took a little bit of consistency before I saw the audience going there too, but I'm happy I stuck with it.
Absolutely. So I want to ask, where does your fashion sense come from? Because first of all, it's amazing. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I love that you mix the prints and whatnot. I'm like, yes,
We did dress in your honor today. We wore animal print
on for you. Yes.
Leopard print is my favorite color. I knew just my top was going to be seen, so I did the book was better shirt.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
It's come from a lot of different things. I've always, when I was in like middle school and high school, I did costume design for theater. So I learned how to sew and stuff at a really young age. And growing up in a really small town, the only place we had to go clothing shopping was like Walmart. And we didn't even have Walmart when I lived there yet. It was Kmart. So I would thrift a lot, and then I would sew and alter things to kind of make them how I like them. I was kind of the weird kid in school. I was like really punk when I was younger, and then the scene phase came on, and I was like the weird emo scene kid, where you just sew all of your own clothes and do patches instead. So a lot of it stems from that aspect. And then just, I've always loved self-expression. So I have like a lot of tattoos, body modification, stuff like that as well.
Awesome.
We were saying before you came, I said, turning looks and stunting pretty.
She's the bitch from New York City.
Sydney is also...
I was watching Drag Race right before this.
So I have to watch that later. Sierra, Sidney and I both also share a love for RuPaul's Drag Race. Very, very fun. Because of your outfit getting ready videos, you've also done a lot of lives where you get ready. And I've hopped in a couple. TikTok is such an interesting place. Never would I ever have thought I would be sitting watching somebody get ready for work and texting in the chat as if it's just you and I FaceTiming, like,
right?
Hey. So when did you start doing lives? How comfortable are you doing those? How often?
I'm pretty comfortable. I don't do them super often. I've been doing them more recently than ever, just because like if I'm getting ready in the morning, it's kind of fun to just like hop on and talk with people. And originally it very much started as like a few people that I knew from there coming in and talking about books. I think Ryan's been in my rooms where it gets kind of out of control at times. I've had to get moderators for a lot of them. It's something about the tattoos, open up the woodworks to creepers, but also to a lot of hate.
Absolutely.
And I think that doesn't bother me at all. And I think I kind of handle it in a humorous way usually, which a lot of the girls in the room kind of and are like really drawn to, I think, as well. But probably like once or twice a week I go live. It's usually mostly fun, but every once in a while it gets a little unhinged.
Mm-hmm.
There were definitely a couple comments in the last one that I sent a DM like, you are a saint and unbothered for days. I probably would not be so, but definitely very cool as a cucumber over there. So I applaud you for that.
I'm used to in-person hate for my tattoos, so stuff on TikTok Live doesn't bother me.
Wow. I didn't realize
in Vegas?
Were so bold. Yeah, that's so strange.
It's not like all the time, but it's definitely like like a lot of older people, or I get a lot of like the backwards compliments of like, I usually hated tattoos, but on you they look okay. Or you'd be so pretty if you didn't have tattoos. I'm like, I think it's also because I'm a very positive, like accepting outward person. And so I think a lot of people don't get the opportunity to speak to people who have like a lot of body modifications, so they kind of feel safer expressing their opinion to like a small female than they would to a lot of other people. So I hear it a lot more than most people do, I think.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's insane. So
A little bit.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Ryan.
We're both like so excited.
I know.
A little back on the book tick. You are pretty diverse in the things that you read. There have been a couple recommendations. I've seen Kristen Hanna a couple times on your page, some really good ones. But what would you say?
Historical fiction.
Okay. I was going to say, what was your main genre? And then what are some of your favorite reads of the past year or two?
My main genre is always going to be fantasy and science fiction. It's what I grew up reading. Lord of the Rings was like my first obsession for a very long time. I have multiple Lord of the Rings tattoos, multiple Harry Potter tattoos. So I always like will be near and dear to my heart. As I've gotten older, I've kind of like read a lot more. I didn't start reading other genres until probably I was like around like 2021. And now I read pretty much everything, which is, again, hard on TikTok because people find like their niches. And I'm like, but I read thrillers and I read horror and I read historical fiction and nonfiction. So that's kind of been all over the place. What helps me with it is I usually tandem read. So I do an audiobook and a physical book at the same time, usually completely different genres. I do usually physical, I'll do science fiction and fantasy because that gets you like a bit more engrossed. Yep. And then for like thrillers or family dramas, I'll do an audiobook because it's easier to follow along that way.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, I know you said you started as a book talk, as a solely book talk. Why did you start your book talk? I guess I want to ask you what made you jump on to that ship?
I think early on into COVID, I, like many people, was bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored. And I was doing it on Instagram at first. I was just like doing Instagram reels of like book reviews, book recommendations, a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I'm too old for TikTok. I didn't understand what it was at the time. I still thought it was like a dancing app. Yeah. And I would get a lot of like my friends commenting on my videos, just being like, I don't read, but you're so cute and I love you. And, nothing that's like actually building an audience or like super engaging, because it was just, I feel like Instagram, it doesn't send out your stuff to people the way TikTok does.
Absolutely.
And then about a year ago, I was just like, I'm going to make TikToks. Instead. And what started out was I actually got a breast augmentation and I wanted to do before and after videos. And those were actually my very first TikToks, was just doing that. And then I started doing book stuff. And on top of it, once I saw that there like BookTok existed, and I was like, I can talk about books for days. Like I can make my videos here instead of to the 10 friends that are watching it on my Instagram. Mm-hmm.
So wild. It's weird when you find out that there are so many of us. It's like other people want to listen to this.
Yep.
Have you made other friends with other book talkers, and do you guys like buddy read or things like that? I'm always interested to know, because I've gotten a couple of friends who I've sent books to and we've read things together. And I'm always wondering, does this happen to other people or is it just me?
I haven't a ton. I have like definitely like built friendships with a lot of people where we like talk and hop into lives and like encourage each other, like send each other videos, but I haven't gotten an opportunity to like tandem read with anyone. I'm really lucky. I have a lot of friends in Vegas that are really big readers. My boyfriend actually reads almost as much as I do. I literally, when he finishes a book and then I hand him the next one, I want him to read. And so it's kind of nice having like my forever, like, will read anything I tell them to partner. Yeah. So it's hard because I do have a book club here already in person and like a lot of book friends in person as well. So making the commitments to online is harder, especially when I feel like most of us who work full time are still just trying to find like that balance in filming and reading and still staying happy with what we're doing too. Right. But I've definitely met a couple of people who live here in Vegas now that I want to like plan to like meet up with in person too. I think will be cool.
Can you tell us more about your book club? Is that what you were
Yeah,
gonna say?
I'm like, tell us about this in-person book club.
I know it's hard because it's with some of my friends from work, and I like been picking the books and telling them to read. And as we all know, most people are not as like dedicated as we are. So I asked them all to read Project Hail Mary, which if you guys haven't read it by Andy Weir,
yeah.
I haven't read it
just
yet.
so good. And of course I read it in like 2 days, and now I'm just like waiting for, they're all like, I'm like 100 pages in. I'm like, well, hurry up, I want to
So outside of work, outside of TikTok book clubs, where can we find Sidney?
I'm very much like a outdoorsy type of gal, and I love fitness and different stuff too. I do a lot of yoga. I rollerblade. I used to do roller derby when I was younger.
Whoa.
I love going out on the boat, hiking. So that's definitely places that I would be most of the time. That's like I think that's like a side of TikTok I haven't really shown, is like my yogi outdoorsy side. Maybe we'll get there one of these days.
Yeah, those gong videos. You can get some real good meditation videos going.
Yep.
That's wild.
Have you ever thought about incorporating something else into your TikTok platform just to make it like a full, like a you know how on YouTube someone's like, this is our lifestyle channel.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
I would love for it to like get to that point to where I'm able to share a lot more. I do miss doing like food videos. When I was working from home, I did those a lot of just like showing what I eat in a day and helping prepare food. So I would love to be able to have the time to do that again. Because I did get a lot of positive feedback, and I love like sharing veganism and that side of my life and stuff too with people.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I know you made some really delicious looking food.
I love cooking.
So you're a vegan, you say? Mm-hmm. How long?
I've been vegan for 11 years, but I've stopped eating meat when I was around like 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, wow. And that was a choice
Yeah.
that you made on your own?
Yes.
Wow.
Growing up, like I said, I grew up like very much like a part of my culture, and my culture was, if you can't kill it, you don't get to eat it. And I was like, I can't kill it, so I'm not eating it. And that's just the way it started my life. I went hunting for my first time when I was 9, and then I was like, I'm done. This is not for me.
Oh, my
Not the
God.
vibe. No.
That's so cool.
You have a lot of talent, I think, and aesthetics, and there is a lot of style taste there, but I think it crosses into a lot of areas in your life of the content you make. I'm curious if, like other book talkers, are we going to see any writing coming from Sidney?
Oh, goodness, no, I wish. I'm a terrible writer. I like hate writing. I can't focus. I made a joke before because I've gotten this, and I was like, the furthest my writing's ever gone is like Tokyo Hotel fan fiction in middle school, and that's like the most I ever did. Besides that, I like hate writing emails. I can't focus for that.
Sidney, what's your star sign?
I'm a Pisces. I'm actually a triple Pisces, which is pretty wild.
Sun, moon, and rising. Mm-hmm. That's why she's so easygoing.
Interesting.
And emotional.
Is your birthday coming up, or has already?
It is March 1st.
Wow, happy early birthday.
I know. And I'm going to be 29.
That's it.
Look, both of us are like, get out, Sidney.
I'm like, I'm not ready. I think I come across as a lot younger in my videos because I've gotten people like, I've even done like, I've taken people like when I got in Botox before, and people were like, you're ruining yourself. You're making yourself look so much older than you are. And I'm like, do they know how old I am? Do they think I'm like 19?
I think TikTok is an illusion because I've gotten
It is.
things like that before, and you feel like everyone on the app is way younger than they are. And I think sometimes even looking back at my own content, I feel like I'm coming across as way more youthful than I usually would in person.
TikTok is keeping us young is what it is.
I'll take it. I will take it.
All our 20-year-old followers, absolutely.
I know. That's why I've got a lot of comments of people like, you're always so put together. And I'm like, it's just growing up, I promise. It's literally just getting out of your early 20s.
I know. Oh man. Okay, so give us a bad early 20s Sidney story. Anything that has majorly glowed up?
Oh goodness. I think just even my drinking habits. of like going out. I used to go to, so I like, obviously we talked about like drag bars. Like I love drag queens. I love the gay bars. I'm going to the Fruit Loop here in Vegas. And I was like 21 or 22 and I was hanging out with a bunch of drag queens. And we're like going shot for shot. And I'm like forgetting like these are full grown men. And I'm a 21-year-old little girl. And then I fell asleep on the dance floor and was like laying on the ground and they were like having to like tell me I didn't leave. And I was telling them, I was like, well, there's no sign saying I can't lay here. So how am I supposed to know? So that was like what I was, yeah. If anyone ever goes to Vegas, Piranha, I got kicked out of there for sleeping on the dance floor.
Oh, so you
Could have been
laid
worse.
down. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
We all share that same. Drinking is no longer
Yeah.
the same as it was in our younger years.
Now I'm like got Tums in my bag ready so I don't get heartburn at night.
I get
I'm like
twisted off
2
of
drinks
wine
deep and I'm
coolers.
like it's getting a little late.
Oh man,
The
yes.
wine coolers do it for me every time.
Right. I had like 1 margarita with dinner last night and I was like, oh, my heartburn. I can't drink like I used to. And I'm like 1 drink now and it takes me out.
I had 1 glass of wine on our talk last night, and my entire
yeah.
face was like blood red, and I'm like, I can't
He was
do
sweating
this.
and everything. I'm like, my friend's going through the most right now. I want to switch gears a little bit. I wanted to ask you about your Native American heritage and how, that kind of just like affects your life and being on like social media and, what's it been like for you just in general. I know people probably have so many questions for you like all the time about it. Mm-hmm. So I just want to know if you just like give us a rundown about, what's it like for you?
It's really great. I feel very, very fortunate, especially being Native American and being so involved with like my family and my culture. My mom is part of like my tribal council. My mom teaches native beading. I'm wearing one of the necklaces she's made me.
Wow.
And I think so many people who are Native American don't have that side of their life. They like know that they are, but they didn't grow up near the reservation or aren't super involved with it. So I love being able to share the things that I know about my own and getting to talk about it. I think so as well. There's like a lot of knowledge going out for the first time around this culture in a lot more respectful ways. I was even just talking with one of my friends about being Native American, and when I've always grown up being like telling people I'm Native American, they're like, well, what percentage? Oh. And I'm like, I've never seen any other culture to where someone makes you like prove that you are it before you're able to like claim it. Yeah. And that's something I think that we've always been kind of so known for, or like it's always been so much a part of it. So I love seeing the people who are like white passing, talking about their culture and stuff too on TikTok now, like a lot of girls and people in the comments being so mean, but them really just like embracing their heritage, because it has nothing to do with what percentage you are or anything. What it has to do is like, do you claim this? Did you grow up around it? Is this like who you are? And then they're just like learning to love that, and decolonize like all these beauty standards, knowledge, things that we've had ingrained in us in so long. So I'm very happy to be a small part of this like bigger movement that's going on all around us.
That's amazing.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Wow. And beautiful necklace. Okay, Mom.
I know.
Thank
I was
you.
like, yeah, I'm like, that
she's
is stunning.
she's so talented. She's incredible.
She made that by hand?
Yes.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right, friend.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, I
Of
really
course, my
appreciate it. I hope
pleasure.
that wasn't too much,
No, not at all.
Okay. So, we ask everyone, who comes on the show to show and tell. Okay. So this is our show and tell moment. We've asked you to bring something that either what you're reading or whatever it is you wanted to show to us and to the world. So, Sidney, what did you bring for us to show and tell today?
I brought a book trilogy.
Okay.
It's The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb.
Wow.
These
Yes.
books are well loved.
I see.
I think I wanted to bring them one because I know fantasy is like really big on book talk, and I think we're all like reading all these like newer things and everyone's kind of reading the same stuff as each other. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to bring and share one that I don't really see on here as much, and I think is like one of the greatest of all times. Also, I think we're always so worried about aesthetic, and like people like talk about like not breaking the spines or doing stuff, and I'm like, these books are well loved.
Very loved.
Yes, very, very loved. And I just think it's a great book series that I don't really see on here much, and I think a lot of people would really love. So The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb is
Can you give
fantastic.
us like a synopsis of them, like really quickly, if you don't mind?
No, so it's about a boy who can speak with animals and then learns to start being able to like kind of go into their bodies and control them. And it's this like ancient dark magic that people aren't supposed to be a part of. And then he somehow gets like part of this like huge journey to try to bring back dragons into this this world. And there's like a magic tournament. There's all the tropes that everyone loves and stuff too. But it's really great.
Oh, sounds good. I'm going to have to check it out.
Love a tournament. Okay.
We love a magic tournament in anything, any competition, a ball, a magic tournament, we're in.
Selection ceremonies. Yes. I love that. I've never heard of that either.
Collection back behind you. How long have you been collecting books?
Oh goodness, this is one of 6 full bookshelves in my home. So too long. My house is overflowing. Even like my desk I'm on was piled up with books, and I had to like move them all over to another table. But it always stuck with me. I don't know if you guys remember the book, or they made it into a TV show called Looking for Alaska. And she would call it her life's library. And when I was like a kid, I remember that like sticking in my head of her life's library. So I've always like thrifted books. I do thriftbooks.com a lot. And I would like buy just like mass of like used and pre-owned books. So I definitely have a hard time letting any of them go too.
There's nothing wrong with an emotional
attachment.
Yeah,
I'm like, if I get rid of them and I have a library one day, how am I going to fill it if I got rid of everything?
Exactly. I saw that you reviewed a book that Ryan actually sent me, The School for Good Mothers. I've been wanting to read this.
It is good.
Is it? Would you like 5-star good, or like what are we thinking?
I would say like 4.5 star. It's almost 5-star. It's really good. It reminds me, and when I did my review, I was saying it reminds me of like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Okay.
I think for some people it would be 5-star. I think if anyone like has like any type of like motherly or parental instinct, you'll align with it more in that aspect, because there is like the push and pull of like that going on, and what is like driving the protagonist's storyline so much. And just because I don't have that, I think I didn't attach to her as much as someone else who does have that would have, and that would make it a 5-star for them. But it's really good. It's a crazy concept.
I know when I saw the synopsis, I was like, what is this? This sounds so bizarre.
Yeah, I got sent the PR package for it. And in the PR package was like a note that when you opened it, it said like, I am a mother and I swear I'll be good. And it was like on repeat in this like really creepy voice. And I was like, I need to read this like stat. Seems creepy.
Awesome.
Before we get into some quick wit, I have a couple questions that may require a longer answer. Okay. So some TikTok habits. Tell us what immediately makes you hit the like button and what makes you immediately swipe past.
Anything like is when someone is like actually talking in a review. So if someone is like holding up a book and like talking in a review, I immediately want to like, because that's just like, I love when someone put like the effort forth and they're giving their opinion on something. My immediate swipe is any of like the popular sounds of like, what's this person reading right now? Like those, I'm like, I'm so over those. I'm like, I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear what you have to say about it. So those are like on BookTok, the 2 things that will make me like and make me swipe.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Same.
This is a could be interesting question. What if we opened your phone and took your TikTok app, what are we seeing come across your For You page?
Oh goodness. It's a lot of different things. It's pretty diverse. Definitely obviously BookTok. Very much into that. I'm gay and bi talk, I'm like all over that too. Kink talk, weirdly, I'm deep in kink talks for some reason too.
And I haven't been liking them. I don't know why they're popping up. I think TikTok knows something about me that I don't, and that's kind of
I'm also in like random like conspiracy theory TikToks. Like I don't know, but it's mainly about the pyramids. Like I have like this weird obsession with like the Egyptian pyramids, so I'm like deep into the conspiracy theories around that and aliens. So yeah, it's kind of all over the place. And then of course like makeup, fashion, all of that. The huge with those people too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm dying to know, since both of you are what is Kink Talk? Is this getting us, are we getting banned? What's Kink Talk? Tell me. Am I missing out? Why is it not on mine?
It's exactly what it sounds like. Here's what I think. I think Kink Talk happens if you read romance, or if you've liked anybody who reads smut. Then Kink Talk finds its way into your FYP.
That's it.
Sure.
I did one TikTok that went a little bit viral too, where it was like the like, yeah baby, yeah sound, and I put like thinking that you're over your daddy issues, and then it was like praise kink. So I think because I made the joke about like the praise kink, now I'm like deep into kink talk.
Yeah. Kink talk will find its way to you. Don't worry.
It will. You'll get there eventually.
I'll be patiently waiting.
Your phone is probably hearing us right now, and you're going to
That
get
is actually
right
this
after
is true.
this.
It's like kink. I didn't know that you were into it, but now that I do.
I'll be harnessed out. You never know.
Yeah.
I think that too, because I post clothing wearing a harness, it like maybe like moves that over, because I did an unboxing video of like a new like clothing harness I got, and TikTok removed it like 8 times, and I got banned for a day for it. So I was like, all right, they really don't want me to show this, I guess.
I wonder if did you use the word harness? I wonder if it's because you used the word harness.
Maybe. I did while I was talking. I didn't like put it in the notes at all. So maybe that's like the new no word for them that we have to like make into something else.
Right.
Very
There's a lot of those on the app.
I know I saw someone like they couldn't use like depression in there, so they were saying the spicy sadness, and I was like, that's
That's good. I actually like that.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
That is pretty good. Oh man. See, do you think we are rapid fire ready?
Yes.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Everyone says that they're nervous. These are 10 easy questions.
Because I'm like, what if I say something stupid?
You're not going to say anything.
Then it'll live on the internet forever.
They're not like definite answers. These are just opinionated answers for you, okay? So very easy breezy. We're going to go back and forth. Ryan's going to start it off, and then it'll go back and forth and toss that way. So Ryan,
All right.
take it away.
At Sidney Lynn Ray, are you ready for some quick wit?
I'm ready. Never been more ready.
Morning, noon, or night?
Morning.
Favorite book growing up, or your favorite book from high school?
Lord of the Rings.
Where are you a regular?
Home.
Celeb that's a friend in your head, or a celeb crush?
Paul Rudd.
Okay.
If you could take us anywhere in the world tomorrow, where are we going?
Costa Rica.
Nice. Do you fall asleep to music, TV, or nothing?
Nothing.
What is your best
I fall
Halloween
asleep
costume
reading.
ever? Oh, okay.
Sailor Moon.
Nice.
Did the full cosplay.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
What is your theme song or your go-to karaoke song?
Killer Queen by Queen.
How many books have you read this year?
13.
Last question. What was the last thing to make you smile?
You guys.
There you go. That was easy, right?
I was going to say, damn. Okay, that was actually, I think, our quickest round of quick wit.
Yeah.
For sure. We'll have to put up a clock
is
because that was very
well done.
Time it next time.
No.
No, those are great answers. What is your favorite book that you've read of the, you said 13 so far?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I know like one of the, this is like, do you know how we talked about readers where it was like,
Yes.
you read a book a week
that
ago
you-
and then someone
yes.
asks you what's it about and you're like, I got nothing in my brain.
Yes.
That's me right now.
Every time.
I'm like, all right, those are my currently reading. Let's see. Oh, probably Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
Oh, you
That
read that
was
this
so-
year. Okay.
Yeah, I just read it. I just read it like a week ago, like
okay.
a week or two ago. So that's probably my favorite so far. And then I read the Caraval trilogy, was really good too.
I've heard everyone talk about that one.
Yeah, I've heard of
Yeah.
That was like that's like one of those books where I always see it on people's bookshelves, but I'd never seen anyone actually talk about it. So I finally read it myself.
I mean, it's beautiful for the shelves. It looks good.
It is. Same with like Fable. I always see people like present it this way, but until I reviewed it, I'd never seen a single person talk about it.
I think you're the first person I saw talk about it, too.
Right. How about that? How about that?
All right.
Is that where we are?
That was quick wit. Now we need to ask Sid, tell the people where to find you, all of the good things. If they want to join the book club, how can they?
Yeah. You find me on TikTok is like my number one place at Sidney Lynn Ray. And then I'm on Instagram as well. That's more like my personal life stuff. So if they want to see pictures of me, my friends, all that good stuff. That's on the Instagram. I'm on Twitter, but I don't really post there that much. I'm not on OnlyFans. I get asked like 15 times a day. What? No OF, not yet. No,
not yet.
No OnlyFans. No OnlyFans.
It's so bold if they're asking.
But Instagram and TikTok is where they can find me. I am on Goodreads as well. I get that a lot too. I only post what I'm reading and I've read, though I don't really do reviews on there. Yeah. Okay. It's the same username, Sidney Lynn Ray.
Awesome.
Sidney Lynn Ray, love it.
Sidney, you've been
We're
so
so happy
amazing.
you came today. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy you guys had me. Thank you so much for having me. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Not nearly as nervous as I thought I was going to be.
Told you. We're super chill over here.
It's just like a conversation with a friend.
Yes. Wow. She was amazing. Sidney is, first of all, she's beautiful. Gorgeous, stunning, smart.
Style for days.
Style
very
for
smart.
days. Brilliant. I feel like our interview was just like, it was awesome in the sense that like I really felt like I know a lot of more things about her. You know, we didn't talk about just books, and I'm cool with that. Like I really feel like I know like a nice general knowledge about Sidney now. How do you feel?
Like that. I feel great. I've got a friend. I have a friend crush, but I also love that Sid talked about how diverse the page that she creates is as far as content goes, speaking about her Native American culture, going to outfit of the day, talking about books, talking about veganism. And I followed a lot of those. I'm not vegan, but some of those posts were delish. Tried my hand at one. So I thought that was really, really interesting. I found the pieces that you brought up about the culture, and then the fact that she happened to be wearing a necklace that her mom made.
Yeah. Because I noticed,
so cool.
like I said, I had perused her page earlier, and I saw that she had put it on, and she said that her mom made it, and I wanted to ask her about it and just ask her about her culture, you know, how it kind of affects her and how she maneuvers about the world or whatnot. But she seemed so positive and so friendly.
Very positive.
So nice, super cool, you know.
Yes.
She seems like an awesome time, and just in general. But yeah, I love that she talked about diversifying your page. I think a lot of us, when we join BookTok, we feel like I can only talk about books. And it never really crossed my mind to think to add another element to my BookTok page. You know, I'm thinking of like, how can I make elements bookish instead of adding an element? You know?
It's just showing, because we're all friends, and it's not like our friends that we have who talk books with us, we turn our ears off or turn our face away from them when they talk about any other aspect of their life. So to Sid's point, we are creating these friendships and these bonds, and so getting to know everyone a little bit more on a personal level. I think the only thing I do that with is I show my dogs.
Right.
But
I mean,
I need to be more open, I guess.
Yes. You in particular.
The hell?
We want to know more about you, Ryan, on that TikTok.
Let me tell you a fact that I was really fascinated by.
Yes.
You asked an incredible question about where the style aesthetic came from. And Sid talked about studying costume design. Now, not where the sewing talent came from. That was from the scene. Mm-hmm. The scene. Yeah. But costume design, so fascinating. We are finding out so many interesting things about the BookTokers that we're bringing on. And that is what I love. We're taking the dust jacket off, and we are looking at them in a more holistic way. It makes so much sense that she has costume design background, because the style is impeccable.
I mean, I feel like I should have known, right? But when she said it, my head exploded, because I was like, of course. The way she puts pieces together. And I think it also goes with the fact that she's really, really confident in what she's wearing, right? Because to wear mixed prints and like stand in it, that is only something a confident person can do. And she does it so well, and she knows how to really put an outfit together. And I've seen, some of the outfits she puts together, and she's doing it like on spot. And that, of course, that comes with like some experience in costume designing. Oh my God.
Crazy. There's a real level head there because I have no experience there, but to be a woman, I think already, we hear enough stories, not enough, but we hear a lot about the way that women are treated and looked at. And there is a lot of liberty that people take when they feel comfortable to say things, and somehow a tattoo or an outfit makes you feel just so bravada to say whatever. And Sidney handles it all, just rolls water off a duck's back. That's another Drag Race reference. But it's just incredible to have such a cool, calm, collected person and keep so positive when you are seeing humanity that isn't always the brightest. And coming at you in weird ways, and just kind of moving forward and just continuing to sprinkle that sunshine. Major testament to who Sidney is. I think I was very impressed by that.
Yeah, friend, I think you wrapped her up just wonderfully just now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. She was amazing. I love her. I love her. She's gorgeous. She's
big
smart.
Fan.
She's beautiful.
So diverse in the reading too. There's a lot of, I feel like that is someone that always has a book in hand. Always.
I was going through, I'm like, man, what isn't she reading?
I told you, but I like that because I'm also a mood reader. So I will, and easily influenced. So I will see something. I'm like, oh, I want to read that too. And we don't always share the same opinions on the books, but I love that when there's a book that I really connected with, and then I'll see a review, but from Sid's perspective, for whatever reason, it didn't. And I like those reviews to actually a point that she said, listening to those more talky kind of reviews are what immediately make you smash that like button.
Yeah, me and her on the same page with that. I want to see more people talking about what they loved or didn't love about a book. That's why I'm here. This is why.
That is why you're here. You do that well.
That's what I'm here to see. I mean, I want to see more people, be comfortable and standing in there, like, I didn't really care for this, or yes, I absolutely loved it. Like, we want to see more of that, Yeah.
So, anything surprise you?
I think, honestly, did she say this on the air about her falling asleep in the club?
Yes.
That was
okay, wait. I forgot about that part. Yes. Yes. That wasn't our official convo, and that is hilarious. But same. I'm not even going to speak about things I did in my 20s drinking. No, thanks. That was a pretty good one, though.
That was a great one. That was a good one. Yeah. I've never fallen asleep in a club, but yeah.
First time for everything.
There is.
Listen,
I've got plenty more time to go to the
Don't
club.
go shot for shot with drag queens, okay? They're professionals.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
Well, friend, I think that is it. Thanks again so much to Sidney Lynn Ray for being on the show. She was absolutely amazing. We really appreciate it. Make sure you guys are following us on all of our social medias. We are on TikTok at sierra.and.ryan. And please follow, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube. That's what this video is for. Yes. We are on YouTube at sierra.and.ryan.talktok.
TALKTOK.
Yes. And that is it. We will see you guys in the next episode.
Great talk. See you next time.